Hi, welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd do another high power video with the advent of the, as I said, the Springfield version of the high power and renewed interest in the high power. This time we're going to get off Browning or FN. The Springfield's a clone, and there are a lot of clones that have come and gone over the years, but this is one of the clones that I own that I think is very well made, and it is inexpensive. At least it was until we started to build back better. So I'm talking about the FM, that's Foxtrot Mike high power. All right, that's this little jewel right here. Got my inventory tags on it. Now, it's my understanding this is a licensed copy. The differences that I noticed readily is that it has better sights than my standard Mark III, not as nice as my practical, but it has like a raised area on the top of the slide. Now I'm going to go, we're going to do some close-ups here, but before I do that, when I got this pistol, I don't know, a year and a half ago, it was pretty inexpensive, like $300. Came in the original box. As you can see, it says FM Pistola. It's not even in, obviously it's in Spanish. FM's the emblem. I have no idea what this emblem is. The gun came, as I got it, with Hogue wraparound grips, which are, to me, they're crap. I don't need finger grooves on the front of a high power. But these were added by the previous owner, because in the original manual, you can see it portrays a plastic grip similar to a Mark III plastic grip. All right, and it actually says, and I want to flip this around, the manual was printed in Argentina, so it kind of tells you where the gun came from. So this is technically an Argentine high power. Now, we're going to zoom in on the writing, and you're going to get to see some of it. Okay, first of all, we're going to start with the manufacturers, and that's right above my finger. And because of the lighting, my cameraman's going to tell me if I need to tilt this. All right, it should say high power. It actually says FM high power Argentina. All right, we're going to go to this side, and I'll show the model number. I think they called it the FM95 or the M95. This version is called the Classic, so basically it's just a high power. And then it's hard to, and it has the numbers like a military high power used to have. Serial number on the lower and the slide. It's hard to see because we did the shooting part of this first, but in here it says 9mm. I don't know if you can see that above my fingers. The high power, this high power looks the same. It has similar sights, has the race thing. One thing that this version doesn't have, and I can't feel where it actually had it installed, is this does not have the magazine disconnect. Magazine's out of it. On my FNs, you do that, nothing happens. That was one of the big complaints in the commercial market, was the magazine disconnect. The safety is better than the plain Jane safeties that came on the 50s era high powers. However, when I turn it sideways, you'll see it is not an ambi safety. It's only basically for a right-handed shooter. Safety, however, is extremely easy to work, very positive. It field strips just like a real high power. It also, as far as I can tell by doing research, parts interchange. So basically what I'm telling you is, if you can't afford a real FN made high power, and you can't afford the Springfield, look into the FM. That's FM high power. It's a less expensive alternative. It's a quality made firearm. It's a good investment, and it's a blast to shoot. And oh, one other thing. In my previous video on the 40 caliber high power, I mentioned the spring-loaded magazines. We're going to use the factory magazine. We're going to use a spring-loaded magazine when we shoot it, and you'll see that this is a really good idea. Too bad that I can't find any more of these. All right, we'll be out in the range. All right, well, let's shoot the FM high power. Got two magazines here. I got a factory 13 rounder, a commercial one that has the holes in the back, and I have the 10 rounder that I spoke about in my earlier video on the 40 high power with the spring. I'm actually going to shoot the 10 rounder first to see how it throws them out, and then I'll switch over to the 13. Goes right in, feeds, locked open. Oh, look at that. Factory 13. Locked open. This one, it fell free, but usually they, as I showed in other videos, they'll go like to here, but this one's pretty worn. Anyway, with the advent of the Springfield SA35, there's a lot of interest in high powers. This one was always a cheaper alternative. I got this for 300 bucks last year. So you might want to look, if you can't afford a Springfield and you can't afford an FN, look for maybe an FM. It's a good quality clone of the high power that you're not going to have a shitload of money in. Thanks for coming to my channel.